Wait! If you're on my TikTok, you know what that's from because I've done that in a video once or twice. Can you hear me? I said, wait. As I said, if you've been on my TikTok, you probably heard me do that once or twice. Why, Mars? Why? Anyway, hi, hello there. Welcome to episode 29 of the Digital Quill podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I am me, she is she. Hello today. Let's just dive right in and get into it because I have, once again, no notes. I'll be creating them as we're talking today. I spent more time prepping this, getting the camera and the mic and myself together, that I didn't even bother to come up with a game plan for today. So what are we going to talk about on episode 29 of the Digital Quill podcast with me, your host, who also has the Digital Quill Press, food, entertainment, and life and travel, who's also writing a book titled 21 Days Gone, who is also burning the candle at both ends on a lot of levels, but I'm enjoying it a little bit for now. Eventually I'll recharge. There's like a picture I found that has 3 different battery levels, and it's empty. Rest here, which is like at medium %, and then full. Don't rest when your battery is empty. That is the general theme of life. Don't rest when your battery is empty. Rest before it becomes empty. How many of you panic when your phone is at like 5% and you are like, oh my god, I have to charge my phone now. I have to charge my phone. You don't usually charge it at 0%, do you? I do. I often do sometimes because I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. It's at 5%. Oh, it's dead. I don't care. Sometimes it's dead. Sometimes it's dying. Sometimes it needs to be charged. I don't like doing that same practice with my own brain and body. I like doing the whole rest before it becomes your body's choice to rest. The amount of articles and posts and social media websites and just everything that I follow just for these kind of messages, I'm just like, do I listen to any brain rot? I do. I guarantee you anything. You listening to this episode right now, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but who are you? Introduce yourselves. Join the Digital Quill family. Come on. I know you want to. I know you are so sad and alone like I used to be, and I still kind of am sometimes, but you need friends. You need family. You need people to care about your accomplishments and achievements, or at least just to see you as a human being. If I'm incorrect, you don't need to listen to today's episode, or any episodes really, because all they are is just a general theme of what the human condition is, what it means to be human through my experience, as well as yours if you come here as a guest. By joining the Discord, amongst other things, that makes it easier. You can also email me as stated in previous episodes, especially the first one. And the 14th one, maybe? I don't remember how many episodes I've talked about the email. Anyway, tangenting. I am tangenting. I am doing that thing where I am tangenting. So here's what we're going to do. Another thing we've done in previous episodes. Breathing exercises. All right. Cool. I am not a breath expert. It is just a thing I do, sometimes poorly. It is just a thing I do, sometimes poorly, and I'm trying to get better at it. And one of my favorite ways of getting better at things that I think will help me is by imparting that knowledge and wisdom onto other people because maybe they'll be like, oh, hey, here's an idea. And I'll be like, oh, dope, let me listen, and then not take the advice, because when do I ever do that? I take some advice. Let's get one thing straight. I do listen. But I am stubborn. Stubborn is a word to use. It's a way to put it. I will listen, and I will change my mind on my terms. I am pretty set in a lot of myself as far as who I am and what I'm capable of. Sometimes it does take an outside force to realize something new about yourself, but you have to do the work yourself to change. An outside force isn't going to change you. It might be a catalyst to change you, but not change you. Sorry for the philosophical bullshit. Let's get to breathing. My favorite method, as stated in previous videos. How many times have I said that already? Thank you. Transcript. Give me the transcript. Is the square breathing method that my mother taught me. Square breathing. There's a few variations you can do it. The one I like doing is breathing into the count of 4. Holding to the count of 4, releasing to the count of 4, holding again, repeat. So, I'm going to let you do that while I hold my breath. Jesus Christ. At some point when you hold your breath long enough, there's a few different ways you can hold your breath. You can hold your breath shallowly. You can exhale all the air out of your lungs and do it that way. There's a lot of ways, or 3 I've been able to do at least. And the one that I just did, I used to do when practicing swimming a lot, holding my breath underwater. And at some point you can feel only your heartbeat and the blood going through your body, or at least I can. And wow. I hope you were doing your square breathing. Hold, breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, release to the count of 4, and repeat. Holding your breath actually clears the thoughts a little bit. Wow. Is that why I like doing that so much growing up as a kid? Just holding my head underwater as long as I could. Like, sometimes I didn't even get in the water. Sometimes I would, like, lay down on my stomach on the side of the pool and just stick my head in and be like, I might need to study that later. Water therapy. And breath work. I'm not going to understand any of these notes later, am I? You guys are going to have to help me out. I enlist your help. They're landscaping while I am podcasting? Would you like to talk about your jobs on the podcast? I'll let you show off your shiny tools. Talk about how working for the man 40 hours a week is a bad idea. None of us should be doing it, and we should all just quit our jobs tomorrow. Death to the corporations. Sorry, I'm all over the place, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't really have a set idea for today's episode, but there is like a grouping of topics I want to talk about. The human condition. At least a facet of the human condition. Personal experience, so hopefully it's relatable. previous episodes because I think those are amusing to myself. Especially the last couple of guest episodes and the one involving the legal drama. That was interesting. Who the hell is beeping at me? Beep, beep, beep. That's what you sound like. I hope you know. I've done that to the cats that I live with. Meow, meow, meow. That's what you sound like. I hope you know. Got a rhythm with the tism. Got a rhythm with the tism. I have seen that shirt before. And, it is now time that I get it because someone really close to me mentioned the shirt and I'm like, that is now a personal entry of that quote thing being in my life and, oh man. I am amused today and I hope that this episode does one of the things that is about the brand of the Digital Quill family or umbrella in general. Time. Do you guys remember what time stands for? Or at least my version of time. Why I am here for you in general. I mean, I am here for myself. This is what I want to be doing, but I want to be doing it because it gives you my time. It hopefully teaches, inspires, motivates, entertains. Probably the easiest is entertaining other people. I don't want to claim to be a teacher or a leader or an inspirer. It actually feels really weird when people say, oh, Mars, you're so inspiring to me. Like, oh my God. Like, please keep doing that when you guys do feel that way because it's going to help me not feel weird about it. Thank you. But at the same time, like, I'm just doing this because I don't want people to feel alone. I don't want people to go through life and experiences and feel like, oh my God, this never happens to anybody. Like, I'm so alone, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want people to have that. Storm, where are you going? Get back here. Stormy. That's right. Come here. Now. Where are you going? Kitty cat. Feral kitty cat. Sorry, distracted by cat who was trying to enter my bathroom, which door is apparently cracked open. Why? Did I do that? I probably did that. Yes? Hello? Hi. Don't stare at me like that. You're about to be picked up if you know what's good for you. Do you guys remember Stormy? Ah, stop running away. Stop it. She went jelly cat and refused to be picked up. Liquid cat. Jelly cat? Liquid cat. I can't promise, do you remember Stormy? Without grabbing her. Haha! Stormy! She purr. And that is cat ASMR. Sorry, Stormy. I know you hate it. I'm sorry. You'll get used to it one day. She's actually getting a lot better with being picked up, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Still not going to be my cat, though. I am done with having pets. 2023 can go fuck itself as far as I'm concerned. Sorry for the cat distraction. The catstraction. Back to more important things. Time. And why I'm here and why I want to give that to you. You don't need to know my entire story in this moment. I'm not going to talk about it in this moment. I don't care about what happened 20 years ago. At least not right now. I care that you are heard and seen and understood, so I invite you today. This is one of those episodes, yes. I invite you today to comment what you're going through. Share good news, share bad news, share whatever news. Share a fun fact, share your favorite quote, something. And this podcast is on 3 platforms at least. Substack, which is the host site, YouTube, and Spotify. And Spotify, guess what? You can leave comments now, so leave comments. And since I normally leave comments as a paywall on Substack, sorry, my brain is distracted. It is very loud outside and in here. Overstimulated as fuck. Anyway. I'm leaving comments open to everybody today, not just paying subscribers on Substack, so please go ahead and comment. And actually, since I'm in the zone mood, something, go away, snipping tool. Let me just step out of my comfort zone a little bit and do some full of shame self-promoting. Eventually it'll be without shame. Eventually I'll be able to just be like, yay, this is what I do and I need your support. Nope, still can't do it. I can't even act it. Wait, can I act it? Come on. Method acting, let's go. Oh, God, what the fuck? Of all the things I can do, and I can't do that. That's the one thing I can't do. I draw the line at that. And all my years of being online and in front of a camera for TikTok, and this is how I repay myself? I can do it. 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 If you don't already know who I am, I'm Mars Wilson. I'm a friend to everybody and an enemy to none. I like writing, I like reading, I like public speaking. I'm a photographer and an artist and a jack of all trades, master of absolutely none. Growing up, I went through a lot of really hard shit. Shit that very few people I am finding have actually gone through, but at the same time, it is a common theme and thread of things that humans have gone through. It's a very complicated and nuanced thing. Right now, I am presently writing my first book, 21 Days Gone. It is getting a soft launch this summer, probably digital only and in parts in some places. A full big bang launch next year. I'm taking this year to learn about the publishing and what getting an IBN number and self-promoting and other things look like, because I have tried other things. This episode is already going to be explicit, so I don't care. If you know, you know. But let's just say I've dabbled with things that have shown me different versions of shame and also different versions of self-love. which I expected both going into the line of work and activities I've tried online. Things that I'm still working through, things that I'm still somewhat, I suppose, exploring in different avenues. I am an explorer, a Renaissance sim. I am uninterested in being confined to a box or a mold. I am okay with other people wanting to do so. It is your life, but this is mine. My beliefs in a nutshell are humans, are people. I believe in people, almost to a fault. I believe every single one of us, every single person who is right here in existence right now, whether that's with a heartbeat or not, with a lung or not, whatever. If you exist right now, you matter. You are made of material. You are matter. You matter. And what I want for everybody, every individual, every unique individual, no matter how small or large, and I'm not just talking about people at this point, to be able to have their ultimate freedom, their unadulterated, unmarred freedom and free will. And yes, those are two separate things, but are also conjoined, just like duality and polarity, yin and yang. I believe in community. I believe it takes a village for everything. None of us, not a single one of us, got anywhere cool entirely on our own. We needed something else. Even if it was as simple as needing the air, we need, as people, other people. After isolating myself for 75% of my life, if not a little bit more, I know that for a fact. That we need other people. And I want us to be able to use our freedom and free will to lead better lives for not only ourselves on the individual level, but also as a collective whole. For past and future and present generations. My biggest fear is there being no more humans to continue the stories that we've shared throughout the years. Your story matters. It always has. It always will. And just after you're gone, even long after you're gone, in some shape or form, your presence will have left a dent here. You don't have to believe me. I challenge you to. I challenge you to believe me, but you don't have to believe me because I believe enough of it for both of us. It is not my decision to make up your story. That is entirely up to you on how it goes, especially from this moment after hearing this. The choice is yours. We always have a choice. Even if it doesn't seem like we do, we do. You have choices within choices within choices, and as an easily overstimulated person, I can understand how that becomes daunting. Scary. But you're not alone. You're not alone. And you can listen to episodes of other people to know that you're not alone. Listen to Scott Shirley from Second Chance Charade. That's episode 14, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Episode 14, Scott Shirley, To Know You're Not Alone. Episode 22, To Know You're Not Alone. That one's just a fun episode. Episode 25, To Know You're Not Alone. That one's a special episode. And guess what? Yet another episode, To Know You're Not Alone. Episode 27. There will be more guests in the future very soon, including my co-host. And if you'll give me 1 second, practice that breathing work, I have a cat to go wrangle. Kitty, what are you doing? I'm back. Wrangled the cat and grabbed a telephone. Ah, yes, people are strange, are they not? Some interesting family drama. Some interesting family drama for sure. I'll let you ruminate a little bit more on the idea of being alone or not being alone, rather. But do know that you are human. You are a being, and you matter no matter what. If we could all find a way to have at least a minuscule amount of understanding with another person or individual, that'd be great. I think we could have that almost utopia. But right now we have a growing problem. And now more than ever, especially with this or this. Or this. Or even this. It's not about sides. At least not to me. It's about these things versus our freedom. People versus greed, truth versus control, humanity versus corruption, and the human condition versus lack of humanity. When you think about those things, truth versus control. When you think about humanity versus corruption, when you think about people versus greed, and when you think about the human condition versus lack of humanity, what comes to mind? And we could go back and forth naming names, all sorts of names, all damn day. But what comes to mind? Because for me, what comes to mind as a solution to this is getting rid of the verses. It is just the human condition. It is just the people. It is just the humanity. And it is just the truth. Fuck feeding into the corruption and control and greed. Fuck feeding into the lack of humanity. Fuck spewing hatred and vile and bile at anything. Because that's not helping much. Venting is great. Venting is wonderful. It helps you get rid of all of that shit inside of you. All of that anger, that negative energy that's building up. And I'm going to come back to that a lot, and you can agree with it or not. Enough science out there proves it. I don't want to feed into lies and pain and the darkness, even though I know it exists. I don't want to feed into the lack of humanity and control and corruption and greed. I want to give love and life and laughter and smiles and good experiences, because life will have bad experiences enough on its own. We don't need to create them. So yeah, that's who I am. That's why I do what I do. That's why I created the Digital Quill Press, because I wanted to connect the living worlds with the digital worlds. That's why I created the Digital Quill Family Discord, because I wanted to bridge communities across all varying aspects with different beliefs, values, and other things, because we all have something to learn from each other. I do believe in a better tomorrow for every single one of us. I do believe in a better tomorrow, and in a way where we are able to celebrate our differences, not attack and separate. Divide. That scares the shit out of me. Divide. Because again, it takes a village. It's ironic that being open-minded both makes me feel trapped but also free. Being open-minded in a way that I'm not sure how to explain it in so many words, but being this way. I remember a time when I was against sex work. At all, entirely. Why do women do that with their bodies? That's not right. I used to be so hung up on little shit like that, little opinions that truly didn't matter at the end of the day to me. Because if you think about it, if it's not disrupting your freedom or physically harming you or your property, and I feel like we should say, c'est la vie, live and let live, which the definition I have is a little different than the one that the internet or dictionary would have, but live and let live. I use this all the time as my talking point for myself, but you having fun over there, Stormy? It is not my place to judge you. It will never be my place to judge you. If you are not hurting, destroying, standing in the way of someone else's freedom. Free will, freedom. It is only my place to judge myself and whether or not I am a good person doing the most I can to be good. I cannot control your actions, even if I wish I could. Only you can. At some point, we will have to talk about the smorgasbord of things that I have done in my life that are mistakes, atrocities, things that I will carry with me forever. You know that one Ronnie Radke song, Falling in Reverse, Popular Monster, where he says, I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer? I have sung those words, not quite proudly, but kind of. Screaming them at myself because, let's just say, I have definitely made some fucking mistakes in my life. And I have seen people do the same thing, and I know how mistakes feel. They don't feel good. You feel like a failure, feel like you're not good enough, feel like you're not worthy. Just noise. It's just noise. Mistakes do not mean you are a failure. It means you're human. And now, with that being said, live. Let's find a way for you to live. Let's make you friends. Let's connect you with communities. Join the Digital Quill family. Comment, share something. Be here is also just enough. Just simply living right now, existing in this space, you and I, is enough. But also, let's do more. Let's do more for you. Let's do more than just letting you idle away. If you want that for you, I want that for you too. I will leave sources and links down below. I will leave shops to my friends' places and links to musicians that have helped, and let's stop destroying things. Let's stop self-harming ourselves. Let's stop day drinking. Let's stop addictions and problems so that we can create and connect and grow. If you guys don't remember the jar episode, which I think, let's see. Episode 19 of the Digital Quill podcast. One of my co-hosted episodes. I grow, you grow, we grow. So how can I teach or inspire or motivate or entertain you into a way that you are a better you tomorrow? I can't make that happen for you, but what would help you see? See that you matter, that you're worthy, that you're perfectly human, just trying to get through the day. How do I connect you with other people that might feel the same way you do? The storyteller, Daniel Sherman. The song that we were talking about in that episode, the I Relate song. The one where he needs people to submit videos to. Just a sign covering your face, talking about how you relate, why you relate. I relate because I'm human. I relate because I also have a story to tell. I relate because I don't want other people to feel what I felt. I relate because I wish there wasn't pain. I relate because, unfortunately, while there is pain, it is beautifully tragic to have. Because, yes, it hurts to be alive sometimes. It really does. Holy shit. It really hurts to be alive sometimes. But it is beautiful. Beautiful. To be alive with every single one of you. It's beautiful to be alive and share the experience of a cat trying to lay in a basket, moving around toys so it can get comfortable. And a noisy toy at that. Hey, Stormy, could you just stop? I'm trying to record here. It is beautiful that I can share you snickerdoodle cookie recipe tips because I made snickerdoodles that one time. Again, if you were on my TikTok, you know. Which, by the way, apparently TikTok is about to be gone. Again, I'll believe it when I see it. It'll be back. Or it won't be, and we'll just move on to another app, such as the way of life. Life is weird. Life is really fucking weird. That is why I do what I do. Because we're human. We're humans living in unfair condition because we live in a society that isn't actually designed for people to just be people doing people things. And I know you guys have heard me say that before. I know it. One of my earliest inspirations for even wanting to join the internet in its full, disgusting and beautiful glory was Humans of New York. The amount of stories that photographer was able to collect. Different people, just so many different kinds of people. And growing up, I always wanted to just talk to people. I was really bad about talking to random strangers growing up. I still am. I'm more concerned that I'm going to get kidnapped now than I was back then, and I don't know what that's about. I'm more concerned that I'm going to have such a great conversation with someone that it'll be like, hey, do you want to continue this? And then we move from the store that we were at to lunch, and then somehow I'm in a ditch. I think I need to stop watching horror movies and listening to true crime podcasts. Not that I listen to true crime podcasts. I listen to them by extension of other people. Why do you guys like true crime podcasts so much? No judgment. Really, there is none. I'm a little concerned a little bit for both of our safety. But, why do you like them so much? Please explain to my stupid brain why you like them. Stormy, please. Not today. Not today, Stormy. Not today. No. Loud cat, loud cat, loud cat, loud cat, loud cat. Meow. I didn't want this to be an hour-long episode. You have heard me ramble on about almost nothing today. Congratulations! But that does mean I recorded at least one episode of the Digital Quill podcast. Yes, keep saying that. Keep saying that. It'll help. I think. Maybe. I don't know what helps internet anymore. I want to be seen and have the numbers and the monetization because, like, I could quit my day job and also probably not worry so much every damn day of my life about everything all the time all at once. But at the same time, I just want the message to be heard. It's a weird confliction, and I want consistently to just be amongst the people and like villaging and like villaging, not pillaging, villaging. That means paling water and writing the stories and herbal essence around the community fire. I can explain. I cannot. I'm tired. I cannot explain. I did not have an agenda today. I really need to stop coming in here with no agenda. Ah. I put a bunch of 4s down, and I am just really glad there's no 7s next to them. If you know, you know. Also, side note, are there any numerology experts here that listen to my podcast? Please weigh in the comments. I have questions, comments, and concerns involving numbers at various intervals in my life and all the time. Numerology experts, ding ding ding, calling you. Here, numerology experts, come here. What do I do? What does it take to summon you into my social medias? Because I don't want to have to pay the local numerology experts $150 just to figure things out, because I'm not made of money currently, and I need to putting any money I do make that isn't toward bills toward my future, because I am trying to eventually get married and have kids and do all this other fun things, like maybe own a house at some point in my life, and maybe have another car again, because having a car for transportation would actually probably help me. Sorry. Don't mean to millennial dump my problems, and I'm not even a millennial. I'm technically a Gen Zer. I don't know what age is. I don't know what time is. I don't know what the year is. It's year 2025. I don't know anything. I think I know things when really all I know is that I have a heartbeat. I think I can feel it sometimes. But that's I don't even really know that. What do I know? Do I know things? Let's find out. What do I know? Do I know things? Let's find out. Do you know what that's from? Do you know what that's an homage to? If you don't know what that's an homage to, that's probably a good thing. That show was a trip. But also very educational. What do celebrities know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Damn it, Mr. Peanut Butter. Hey! Stormy! Oh, you know. You know. You know. Come here. Silly cat. Silly cat. I'm going to title today's episode and description as The Truth About Mars. No, not true. Trying to think of how to end and continue, and just, I don't know, make this episode interesting and worth it to myself. Because it feels weird just talking about why I'm here and what I do. Because I don't know who gets it, actually. Like, I mean, I get that people get it, but, like, that doesn't make sense. And that sounds probably bad, but it's not. It's me trying to understand, I guess, the audience or the other person perspective of why I do what I do. And I can't see another perspective on that, because the only thing I can see is my perspective on why I do what I do. I am not peer pressured? ? But I do care about what other people think, because at the end of the day, it's not about me and what they think about me. I've been bullied relentlessly. You could accuse me of murder, like Listen for the Lie, that one book I was reading, and I'd be like, yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. Where's the evidence? Try me, convict me, let's go. But it's what it comes down to, is I care if other people feel heard by me. Because I'm so concerned that I am self-inserting myself or not listening enough to what the other person has to say, that I'm failing them. Things weren't great between my mother and I. They never were. But there was something she said one time that stuck with me. And to this day, it sticks with me, and I must have been about 18, 19, maybe 19 or 20. So 6 to 8 years ago at this point. Maybe 6 to 9. And she said something about how she doesn't get enough hugs. And to this day, one, she never really asked. I don't always know how to do physical affection. I do and I don't. And things were always really rocky between us, so I never knew when I could approach her. And she said that. She said that she doesn't get enough hugs. And it stuck with me because I was thinking to myself back then, and even now, like, well, you didn't ask for a lot of them. Was I supposed to just hug you more? And it hurts. Even though things weren't good for us, that felt like it was a silent cry for, I need more attention. I need more hugs. I need more physical affection, because I am a human being who requires that feeling of connection. I should have hugged her more, even if things weren't great between us. Humans need each other, even when we don't realize that we do. And I don't feel like I heard her enough about that. I don't think I listened enough. Because I feel like maybe if I did, I wouldn't regret not hugging my mother, who I'm pretty sure hated me enough. And no, you cannot convince me that she didn't hate me. That woman was special. That was a very special woman. She certainly was. But, yeah. I'm not concerned about what I really get at this at the end of the day. As long as other people are safe and happy and living freely, and if I can do that by doing the living freely and safe and happy thing too, then that's awesome. But I also want to make sure other people are that way first. It's really hard for me to serve myself food until I know everyone's had a plate. Same goes with happiness and love. It's really hard for me to take that on myself if I know you are suffering. Call that weakness. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think it's just a weird form of my humanity showing. So the 3 things I want you guys to take away from this episode today is that I am Mars Wilson, the digital quill owner of The Umbrella. That falls under so many things because I'm multifaceted in a way where I want to create and connect communities of all sorts. The second thing I need you to take away today is that we're all humans trying to do our best to be the best version of our human that we can be. And I want to help us do that. And the third thing I want you to take away from this episode is that you are human with a story to tell on your own accord. Don't let other people tell it for you. Leave something positive to remember you by for when you do finally leave this world. Also, bonus thing to remember, apparently according to science, people need 8 to 12 hugs a day for optimum health or something like that. So start hugging people, damn it. Go make a sport of hugging as many people as you can in one day. But do ask for permission first. Sometimes the permission is easy. Just throw your arms out. Sometimes you can say, I'm going to hug you now, and then move toward them, and they can deny. Or, the easiest, sort of the easiest, I'm finding it's the easiest. Would you like a hug? Speaking of, would you like a hug? Yeah. There. Hug. It's alright. Hug. Sigh. Well, now you're going back on the laptop. Digital hugs count. Maybe. You can't feel them, but they're there. The thought counts, right? So yes, bonus info, go hug people. And since it's that time, and we've talked about nonsense today, absolute bullshit nonsense, you don't need to listen to this episode at all. Nope. Episode 29 of the Digital Quill podcast is non-existent. There is no sound. Thank you for letting me share my time with you today. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope that by some force of will, we make it out of this alive and continue humanity for the rest of time to come. As always, humans of Earth, do not forget to do your breathing exercises. Breathe through your diaphragm and really get that blood flowing through you. But also keep going. Don't stop. There is a better tomorrow for all of us. I can feel it. I can fucking feel it. You just gotta work toward it just a little bit. Hand in hand. Shoulder to shoulder. Starts at the community level. And eventually we'll be able to take over the world. In a good way. Not like whatever the hell's going on right now. My fucking God. Keep going, humans of Earth. Thank you for tuning in today on episode 29 of the Digital Quill podcast. Thank you for letting me teach, inspire, motivate, and probably the easiest, if not the best way, entertaining you. Please leave your comments, share, like, follow, subscribe, whatever internet things you're good at doing, please do them. If not, just remember, being here is enough. Eventually I might need more help, but being here is enough. I hope to see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.